you like and some things you don't like. There are candidates up here with bright new ideas for America's future, and they are filled with optimism, excitement, and drive. However, this country needs more than ideas. It needs more than fire and tenacity. It needs a leader who has the experience and leadership knowledge necessary to fully embody these traits. Do we really want a candidate who has absolutely no experience in politics? Do we really want a candidate that only wants to focus on a few issues? We need a candidate who can see the big picture, and I am confident that I can be the leader America needs. I am a candidate who wants to create America in which every citizen can succeed. But in order to do this, we must stand firm as a nation that stands with women. We must protect the women's right to choose, as well as protect the women's right to easily accessible reproductive health care. We cannot allow Planned Parenthood to be defunded. We cannot allow women's health issues to be an optional discussion. And we cannot allow women to make less money than their male counterparts. As president, I will send a strong, clear message to the entire world that women deserve equal rights because we are a family that believes in the social, economic, and political equality of the sexes. We are also a family that firmly believes in your right to express your sexual orientation and gender identity, however you see fit. I may not be the only candidate who supports LGBTQ rights, but I am the only one who has the leadership experience and knowledge to actually carry out meaningful and effective legislation that continues the excellent work of President Obama. We are going to do everything possible to make sure LGBT people are able to live and love the way they choose without fear of repercussions from their jobs, schools, and communities. We are going to do everything possible to uphold the historic Supreme Court ruling of 2015 that made marriage equality a truth for every American, from sea to shining sea. We are also a campaign that believes in the innovative power of public education, and we must do whatever we can to support young students. This country cannot function without intelligent, insightful young minds, so we have to work education as a priority. We are going to work night and day to give our students tuition-free community college. And we are going to give families the ability to have no in-state tuition for state schools by the year 2021. We are also going to make sure historically black colleges, Hispanic colleges, and other minority-serving institutions get the proper funding they deserve. As one of the few candidates on this stage who has openly come out in support of charter schools, you can be sure that we are driven to making education as personalized and affordable as possible. We will also take an active role in combating ISIS, but we are not a violent or hasty campaign, unlike some of my opponents. We want to take a more diplomatic approach that encourages peace and tranquility instead of hostility and tension. We want to work with Syria and help it resolve its civil war. And we want to keep tension between the two sects of Islam, Sunni and Shia. However, we understand that this is a very dangerous organization, and we will stop them using whatever means necessary. We are going to work with European intelligence to find those who help ISIS, cause harm across the globe, and identify jihadists who forge documents and travel undetected. We absolutely need to strengthen public security and protect our citizens from the threat of terrorism. But that does not mean we must resort to violent tactics to achieve our goals. These are troubling times, with each passing day seeming more hopeless than the last. However, I see a bright future for America that wants to serve each and every one of its citizens, not just the rich and powerful. I envision every single person working together to build a country that provides for our families without favoring one group over another. I hope each and every one of you lay that first brick of progress by going out to the polls and voting on Election Day. Thank you very much for your time.